Welcome back to Be Rich. Today I have my brother Vinod Srinivasan with me. He's been missing in action for a couple of weeks, and I thought I'll drag him out to you today. So today I thought we will discuss about the way the Fed is going to handle this recession.
Yes, they've
First,
come out with a brilliant plan.
they come out with a brilliant plan. So to discuss that with me is my brother, and then let me tell you what I think of it.
Okay, when I say brilliant plan, we're being sarcastic, of course. Anand and me really don't think it's a brilliant plan. But the Fed has pointed itself in a corner and it has very few options where it can do anything. It can only play with the interest rate now. So the plan is basically to go back and do an old playbook which they did in 1994. That within a year, they're going to raise interest rates by 5 to 6% by breaking it up into pieces and tame the recession and inflation in the market. And supposedly, the market participants in the US, who have been always saying easing should be there, quantitative easing, free money should be there, now have turned around and told the Fed it's all your fault. You guys did not act fast enough. All the market gurus in the US are saying the Fed should have acted faster and more sooner, and it hasn't. So I think Powell's hearing someone now on it. What do you think?
See, Powell thinks that if he keeps on increasing by point 0.5, the market will cool down very quickly and inflation will cool down. People like Larry Summers have been warning him for some, and Larry Summers is a Democrat. He's not a
Not a Republican,
He's
yes.
not a Republican, and he's a former Treasury Secretary.
Correct.
He has been warning repeatedly by saying they needed to have to move earlier and faster.
True.
And this he didn't say post fact. He said before the event itself, and he's been calling for rises for last 6 months.
Correct.
So it is very clear that is between the devil and the deep sea, because if he really increases it, there is going to be a very sharp and painful recession in America,
Correct. Which can't be avoided.
which cannot be avoided. If you don't go out for that sharp and painful recession, you are going to have runaway inflation.
Correct.
The dollar
Which is far more
index,
dangerous.
yes, the dollar index, which compares the dollar with a basket of other countries, already had crossed 103 for some time back. So, what it basically indicates is as America begins to increase interest rates faster than what American assets are being sold, foreign assets will be sold across the globe,
Yes.
and money is coming back to
Rushing
America,
back home.
rushing back home. Because the simple reason, let's take a market like India. The official CPI is 7.79. The official wholesale price index is 15. So the truth is the index is, if you measure with a proper basket, the index is near 15.
Correct.
And the American inflation is at 8.5. The gap between them is 7%.
Correct.
Now that means the rupee will depreciate 7% this year.
Correct.
It's already depreciated 3-4%. It will shave off another 3-4% before the year is over. And so, even if asset prices remain where they are, for a person who is in foreigner who has invested in India, by doing nothing, he has lost 7%.
Absolutely true.
So they don't want to do that.
Correct.
So they've been constantly selling from October of last year to today and taking money out. Everybody is talking only about the market in stocks.
Correct.
You are not talking about the bond market.
Absolutely.
So they are selling bigger in the bond market also. And all the so called unicorn companies have lost funding. Vedanta has sacked many people. It sacked 424 people yesterday.
Yes.
Then you had some Lido Learning, which has shut down.
Correct. Then Byju's, I think also.
Byju's is through White Hat Junior has fired 1,000 people. Now in Madras where we live, Swiggy has stopped Super Dairy.
Correct.
A service providing milk and vegetables in the morning has been stopped. Now, next, what they are saying, Super Genie is going to be stopped. It is supposed to compete with Dunzo. So, what is happening is, it is very clear that the companies which were burning cash are not getting any cash to burn.
No more war chest happening.
Now, you watch what happened. This has relevance to what's happening in America. Jack Ma, we had 43% of Paytm's parent company.
Correct.
He has now reduced the valuation from $3 billion to 100 crores and said, please give me 42 crores for my 42%. This is real cash. I'm taking it and leaving.
Correct.
So he's taken 42 crores out. Foreigners are selling like there is no tomorrow. Holism is selling and they are going to take away $6.5 billion. If the Reserve Bank can do two things, it can stop supplying dollars in the market. That means the rupee will fall faster.
Which they don't want to do though.
No, if the rupee will fall faster, and there'll be political finger pointing. Prime Minister is afraid of political finger pointing and therefore is
Telling the
forcing
Reserve
RBI
Bank.
to sell. Now, what is going to happen is before September of this year, $200 billion of money that Indians owe to foreigners has to be paid.
Correct.
So a lot
Even
of
Indian
Indian,
corporations have taken
yeah.
loans.
So a lot of Indian corporations are going to be queuing up, telling RBI, here's the rupee, give me the dollars.
Correct.
So at that time, either you allow the currency to slide to 100,
Hmm.
or what you do is you supply the dollars. If you supply the dollars, your reserves will contract. People will circle around you and start pressurizing you with more devaluation. So it is very clear in case of India, there is devaluation. Because my viewers are primarily from India, I explained with the case of
Yeah,
India.
there's one extra thing which I wanted to add in. Interestingly, the Treasury Secretary Yellen, she came out and blamed the whole thing on Trump's tariff on China, saying if we remove those tariffs now on Chinese goods, it will ease the pressure on inflation.
Now, if you remove the tariff, what will happen is more goods will flow in.
Yeah, but China's locked up right now anyway.
Yeah, but this tariff is not the problem alone.
Correct.
The real problem is the way they printed money
Yes.
and the way they distributed money. They distributed much more than what they want. This pain is affecting the international markets.
Correct. This has been going on for 10
Yeah,
years.
now Japan is really suffering because the yen has fallen to 130.
Population is shrinking.
Population is shrinking. So across the world, what is going to happen is the problems are deep rooted because all the Western nations developed walls,
Correct.
not allowing populations to come in and freely move so that you could have adjusted on labor
Wherever
shortages.
requirements are,
You
population
had to
moves.
make the adjustments. You thought you were too wise by half, and this has really now
Accelerated.
accelerated. And the world needs to go through a deep recession. Those who with cash will survive, and those who do not have cash will struggle.
Who are overly leveraged are also going to be burned.
No, those with leverage are going to be slaughtered.
Correct.
But the guys who are really enjoying is when the world is selling now.
And like
Warren Buffett has a lot of money and he's just buying. He's put $51 billion. He's already bought 10% of Activation Blizzard, a business he does not know anything about. He says Microsoft has committed to buy it at X price.
Correct.
And I'm getting it cheaper. So I'll buy it and just give it to Microsoft
Make my money.
and make my money. So there is a huge liquidity problem that is going to come to the market.
Anyway, we have some interesting times ahead. And we always used to say it's just a question of when it's going to happen. Now the when is also very close
The
to
when
us.
has started,
Yes.
and the next 18 to 24 months is going to be very difficult.
Yes. Anyway, thank you for watching, Be Rich.
Thank you for watching Be Rich. And if you like the content, I urge you to subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. And if you do like the content, kindly consider sharing among your friends and relatives. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.